Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is so good to see y'all today. I hope that everyone is having a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and a marvelous life. So I am craving something sweet. So I went over to Miss Phyllis Stokes' channel and I found her recipe that she called Gotta Have Something Sweet Cake. And she did cut the recipe in half, which is just perfect for me because I only want a bite of something sweet. So let's go ahead and make Miss Phyllis Stokes' recipe, and I will link her video in the description below. You can't go wrong with a Miss Phyllis Stokes recipe, can you? So let's go ahead and get started. I have the ingredients measured out here to make it easier. So we are going to start with a stick of butter melted, which I did in my Cafe du Monde cup. So you just pour that into your large bowl. And then to this, we are going to add a cup of sugar and a teaspoon vanilla extract. Let's go ahead and blend this up. Okay, I just kind of blended that up a little bit. So to this, we're going to add 2 eggs. Then we'll whip these up, and then we will start adding the flour and the buttermilk. That's what makes it so delicious. A little at a time until it is all nicely blended. So let's get these whipped up really quick. Okay, to this we're going to add 1½ cups, 1 1/4 cups self-rising flour. Flour to the sugar and egg mixture, a little at a time. A little bit of flour. Let's beat this up, and then we'll add a little bit of the buttermilk. Okay, then let's just pour in ½ cup of buttermilk. Mix this up a little bit, and then we'll add the rest of the flour and the rest of the buttermilk. Okay, so I beat it for about 2 minutes. I'm just going to take a quick little taste of the batter and make sure I got all the sugar dissolved and beat up nicely. Sure tastes good. I'm going to beat it just a minute longer and I'll be right back. Okay, so that should be just perfect. Now, Phyllis baked hers in a small, a square pan, but I'm just going to go ahead and put mine in my loaf pan. Since it is a small amount of batter, it shouldn't explode like that cream cheese pancake did that day. Yeah, there's plenty of room for this to rise. So I've just beat it a little bit more until it wasn't so grainy with the salt. And I'm sure the buttermilk is going to make it taste delicious. Okay, so here we go. And she baked hers for 25 to 30 minutes in a 350-degree oven. So let me go ahead and get this in the oven and I will be right back. Okay, so the cake is ready to come out of the oven. I checked it at 30 minutes. It was not ready yet, so I set the timer for another 10 minutes. So it ended up baking 40 minutes altogether. And it is beautiful. Look, guys. And it smells delightful. So I'm going to just set this over here and let it cool. And then we'll go ahead and make Miss Phyllis Stokes' buttermilk icing. So she started with, let's see, 4 tablespoons butter melted. It's almost all the way melted. 1/4 cup of buttermilk. 1 3/4 cup of confectionery sugar and a ½ teaspoon vanilla. So let me go ahead and add the vanilla. That might have been a little more than a ½ teaspoon, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of the buttermilk. And then we'll add a little bit of the sugar. And just continue to add a little at a time until it gets the right consistency. I love going back and watching Phyllis's old videos. I love the one, I haven't made the cake yet, but the one where she makes the German chocolate cake. And then she tells a story about the lady that was working in her office building back in the 1960s when John F. Kennedy was assassinated, and how the lady had made the German chocolate cake and brought it in for all the employees there to cheer them up. And she said she just gave her a little tiny bite, about an inch big. But she said it was, and the lady told her, this is the best chocolate cake you'll ever eat. And Phyllis said it was. So she didn't have the recipe verbatim, but she made it from what she could remember, the best that she could remember. The buttermilk is keeping it at a thick consistency, and I'm sure it's going to taste delicious like this too. Cake, this Gotta Have Something Sweet cake, she told the story about how she and Mr. Buggy had gone out that day and been shopping for their RV, and this was before they bought that big red RV. And I don't think they even got a chance to take it out more than once or twice. So I'm going to let this cake cool off, and then I'll be back and we will spread this icing onto it. Okay, so I took it out the oven after 40 minutes. I made the icing. I like my icing kind of thin. I don't like a real thick frosting, especially for such a plain cake. And I just went ahead and took my straw and poked some holes in it. It stuck to my pan. I don't know why. I know I sprayed it. So this should really make it delicious too, this buttermilk icing. Let me fill up those little holes real good. It's going to be so sweet and delicious on the inside. Okay, so let's cut it and see. Let's see what this is going to taste like. It's not as pretty as Miss Phyllis's. That's for sure. She was a pro, a professional cook and baker. Anyway, she had said that she and Mr. Buggy had been out shopping for an RV that day, and when she got home, she was so famished and hungry, and that's why she made her this Gotta Have Something Sweet cake. I know she's up in heaven watching all of us women on YouTube making her recipes. Miss Phyllis, your Gotta Have Something Sweet cake is delicious. And I hope that y'all will try it. And I will leave her recipe in the description below. And y'all just keep on coming back. Bye, guys.